I want you to think of the last time somebody hurt you. How did you react? This morning, as I was preparing for this message, God highlighted a memory to me. You are watching Jenny's Biblical Messages. Okay, so the memory was back many, many years ago. I guess 32 years ago it would have been. And I was pregnant with my daughter, my firstborn child. And my husband at that time of our lives, of his life, he was very tormented. Now, I didn't realize this at the time, that he was very spiritually tormented by demons. But he was an abusive man. And this one particular time, he kicked me. I was pregnant with my daughter, and he kicked me in the stomach. Like any rational mother would do. I took whatever was in my hand or closest to me, and I hit him with it. I had to protect myself, and more importantly, I had to protect my unborn child. This was the most important thing to me in my entire life. So what I had in my hand was a jacket, and as I swung it at him, I didn't throw it at him, I swung it at him, just hit him with the jacket. Well, I hit him with the zipper part, and I could see that he was getting some blood was coming out. And I was impressed with myself in that split second. So I continued to do that, and it was hurting him. And he had all these zipper marks going down his face with blood coming out of them. Not a lot of blood, but enough blood. Enough that it broke the skin. And I was pretty proud of myself. I'll tell you that. Stopped the fight. Well, we had many fights like that. And years later, 10, 12 years later, he apologized to me. We were divorced by then. I was remarried. I had another child. So I had 3 children. And he came to me and he apologized, and I forgave him. I actually forgave him before he even apologized, because I knew something. I knew that if I held on to that, it had been destroying me, and it was going to continue to destroy me. And I had a new family, a new life. I had my 2 children with him and other children. I had a husband, and I wasn't going to let him ruin my life. So I forgave him. And a lot of people kind of had a problem with that. How could you forgive him? Well, I didn't forgive him for him. I forgave him for me. I forgave him for the demons in my head. Well, what the Lord highlighted to me this morning was that Lexi, my daughter, survived all of this because he has a big plan in her life. He has a plan for her life. So even though she went through that, she survived. I mean, who knows? Something could have happened to her by being kicked in my stomach. And other things happened too, but that was the worst thing. I survived because he had a bigger plan for my life too. And when we think about how great God is, that we go through these horrendous times in our lives, but he sees us through. And when I think about that situation, and back then now, 32 years ago, and I think about where I am now and how much he's gotten me through, what he's gotten Lexi through, how much more he's going to get her through, how much more he's going to get me through. because he has a plan on our lives. He has a plan on your life. Romans 12:21 says, "Don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good." Now that night, I let evil conquer me. I fought back, but I had to fight back. Sometimes we fight back when it's not a life or death situation. It's words. Somebody hurt you. Somebody hurt you by saying something. Somebody hurt you by doing something. And we fight back with more evil words. Well, what we are doing is we are just giving the devil a playground to mess with us. Every single time that we let evil conquer us, we let the devil win. We let him win. We let him take over our minds. We let him take over our heart. We let him take over our soul. We let him take over our families. Because when we show that we conquer with evil, and our children are watching us, which I'm sure my children had watched me do several times in many different situations, all I was doing was bringing demons into my life by doing that. And what a terrible, hard thing that I have to think about sometimes. But God, He helped me get through all of this. He helped me so I can really say, I don't care. I don't care what you did. I don't care what you said. If you're still a part of my life, I love you. Now, I'm not going to let you treat me badly. There's a difference between that. But it doesn't mean that I have to be evil back. And I just want you to ponder on this today, because surely, as we know, as we have our days, things happen during the day. We start off with the best intentions, and sometimes things happen, and they get us away from these best intentions. And what it does is every time somebody might say something to get you down, or come into work in a bad mood, or fight with your spouse or your child, or whatever the case may be, you let it ruin your day. And I'm telling you, every time you do that, you're letting the devil win. So today, when somebody says or does something to hurt you, how are you going to respond? Maybe you just need to walk away. Maybe you just need to say nothing at all. I heard something on a podcast yesterday that really hit home with me. But it was these two guys talking, and they were talking about how people that have wisdom close their mouths. People that do not have wisdom fight about everything. And there's a lot of fighting going on in the world right now. Political views, religious views, family values, all of this stuff. There's a lot of fighting going on in the world right now. The devil is winning when you look at the world, right? But he doesn't have to win with you. Every single one of us that says, devil, I'm not going to let you win today, what we do is we're breaking those chains that he has on us. And the more chains that we break that he has on us, the freer we get. We get this freedom. And we don't fight anymore. Wise people don't fight. We may just turn the other cheek and walk the other way. But we're not going to get in a knockdown, drag-out fight. Because one, evil produces evil. And I am going to let peace win over my life. And 2, evil loves to argue. That's why the wise turn away and the unwise fight. Something for you to ponder on today. I hope you learned something, and I hope that when a situation gets you today, you choose peace, you choose wisdom to conquer evil.